Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Harmony, and if this is your first time on my YouTube channel, thank you and hi. So as you can tell by the title of today's video, I'm going to be talking about anxiety and depression. It's very a touchy subject for me to talk about because in the past when I've talked about depression and anxiety and suicide and that whole realm of mental illness, I got attacked a lot. And it's very hard for me to make these kinds of videos because I'm scared to make them, but I also feel like it's necessary because I want to help people and I want to be a voice for people who are struggling but don't have a voice. So if you don't know this about me, when I was 10 years old, I lost my uncle Leslie to suicide. It's actually a picture of him right here. This is a picture of my dad and my aunt and my 3 uncles. And this is my Uncle Leslie right here. God, I get so emotional when I talk about him because it just makes me so sad. Okay, I'm not gonna cry in this video. Not today. If you've ever lost somebody to suicide, you know that it is the absolute worst feeling in the entire world. And I was only 10 years old when I lost my uncle, and it was just the worst feeling in the entire world that I ever have felt out of all 23 years of my entire life. And so this year, when it was the 13th year of his death, I made a video on my YouTube channel talking about his death. And I also opened up a lot about how I had been feeling personally. And most of the feelings that I had been feeling were stemmed from my relationship with my son's dad. And my son's dad and I broke up 3 years ago. And we have not had a conversation or talked in 2 years. And that was really, really hard on me for the last 2 years of my life. It wasn't like I just got pregnant randomly and, you know, it was like a one-night stand type of thing. We were in a relationship for 3 years. We went through so much together when I was pregnant with our son. And he started dating a girl, and he basically just completely shut me out of his life. You know, that's his choice, and I can't control what he does. I also can't control who he dates. I also can't control anything about him. I can't control anybody. And so that was just, it was just a lot for me. Our son was diagnosed with autism when he was 2 years old. And I've never talked about this on my YouTube channel before, but I just really want other moms who might be going through the same thing that I am to know that they are not alone, because I felt, and I have felt for so long, that I am alone, because I can't just call my son's dad and talk to him about our son. I can't just text him, he won't respond. Our relationship is so non-existent that I don't even know who he is anymore. I don't know where he works. I don't know what he does. I don't know what he likes to do for fun. I don't even really remember what his voice sounds like, which is weird because he is the father of my son and he's still involved in my son's life. The reason I'm talking to you guys about this is because this is a huge part of my life that I don't talk about on my YouTube channel that much. And when I have talked about it in the past, I've been attacked verbally by his family, by his friends, by his girlfriend's family, by his girlfriend's friends, and it's really put a lot of stress in my life. And me and him went to court a couple of weeks ago, and the things that he was saying about me were so freaking hurtful. Like, I'm not even kidding when I say that I've never felt such hate from somebody in my entire life. He was saying that I'm mentally ill, that I need to take medication, that I need to be evaluated by a mental health evaluator, that I need a psychiatric evaluation, that I am not mentally stable enough to take care of my son. Which, those things really hurt me a lot. And I was just kind of shook because I was so confused of how somebody can say those things about me when they don't even talk to me. So the reason why he was saying all those things were because of my videos that I had posted in the past about my uncle, about suicide, about being sad, and all of those things, which is 100% my fault for being vulnerable and talking about those things on my YouTube channel. But when I was making those videos, I wasn't thinking about him watching them, first of all, because I was like, you don't even talk to me, so why do you watch my videos? I was genuinely making those videos to help other people. And so when it got backfired in my face, it kind of made me a little hesitant to ever really talk about those kinds of things on my YouTube channel. But this is my YouTube channel, and it's a free country, and I can say what I want, and this is my story. And if I feel like other people are going through the same thing I am, so I need to be a voice, and I need to share what I've gone through so that people understand what it's like. Dealing with depression and anxiety is a very common thing in our world today. Whether you like to believe it or not, it is. And it's very unfortunate that the suicide rates are the way that they are. I've personally never attempted to commit suicide. I've never thought about committing suicide. I've never felt like I wanted to commit suicide, but I have felt very sad and very alone, and I have felt depression and anxiety before. Now, when I say I felt depression and anxiety, I don't mean that I went to the doctor and I was diagnosed with depression or anxiety, because I wasn't. And when I've gone to the doctor before, I've never been recommended to take medication. They've never suggested me taking medication. And some people do need to take medication. Some people don't. I personally do not believe in medication, and it's not that I don't believe in it, but I just feel like it should be a last resort. I feel like medication is very dangerous. It can affect you negatively a lot of times. I just don't believe in it for myself. Medication is a very personal choice. So if you have been diagnosed with depression or anxiety, I recommend for you to try to dig deeper and see what the problem really is, because sometimes you don't see things for what they are, you see them for what they're not. And when I was going through feeling really depressed and feeling like I was just sad all the time, I realized that I was focusing so much on negative things instead of focusing my energy on positive things. And I have been focusing so much on myself and my relationship with my son, and I feel so much happier because I don't give a fuck about what anybody thinks about me. And I've just really been working on being happy and doing things that make me happy. I like to go to the gym. I like to do my makeup. I like to go eat. I like to go to the beach. I like to spend time with my friends who encourage me. I like to laugh. And so doing all these things have really just helped me not feel so alone and not feel so anxious. My anxiety that I felt, honestly, all came from my relationship with my son's dad. And I started to realize the only times I would ever really feel anxious is when I would think about him. I would think about our situation and just everything that we had. When I would think about it, I would be in my head and I would start to feel massive anxiety. And even still to this day, if I have to see him, I feel so uncomfortable being around him because of all the things that he said about me. I feel so much anxiety when I even think about him. And so to me, it sucks and it really makes me sad, but I just had to block him out of my life. If you are a mom and you don't have a good relationship with your kid's dad, just know that it's normal. Unfortunately, it's normal. I hate to say that, but it really is. And I have so many friends that are going through the same thing that I am. And I have so many friends that are actually going through a worse situation than I am, which I can't even believe that that's a thing, because I thought that I had the worst situation, but it could always be worse. So you really have to be strong for your kid. You can't show your kid that you're sad. You can't show your kid that you're mad. This also goes for guys who are in the same situation. I'm sure that there are guys and girls both in the same situation as me, but you can't show your kid that you are sad. Your kid should always come first, and no matter what, your relationship with your kid's parent is none of your kid's business, and it has nothing to do with them. I know that I'm putting this video out on the internet. At some point, Elijah probably will see it. And when he's old enough and starts asking questions, I'm going to be honest with him. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm not going to lie to him about anything. I'm going to tell him what it is. And I know that he's not going to be a little boy forever. He's going to grow up and he's really going to have an opinion of his own. And I don't want to ever persuade him to feel a certain way. I want him to love his dad and I want him to love me. And that's what matters to me. And it's really, really been hard because I've had to do everything by myself. And I've had to really learn how to be a parent alone. I finally feel like I'm at a point in my life where I can say that I'm happy. And I wasn't happy 6 months ago. I just wasn't. I was really sad and I was really anxious about going to court. We went to court 4 times this year. 4. Not once, 4. And if you know court, even freaking traffic court, like it's a very stressful thing. And so to anybody who is going through a hard time in your life, doesn't matter what it is, stay strong, and I promise you things will get better. Anxiety and depression doesn't define who you are, and you can get through it, and you will get through it. And I just pray that somebody who needs to hear this hears this message, because I wish that I would have heard this 6 months ago from somebody telling me that I wasn't alone. I hope that this video reaches somebody who needs to hear it. And if you watched this entire video, thank you so much, and I hope that you got to know me a little bit more. And also, if you want to learn how to get this makeup look, I'm going to be uploading that tomorrow on my channel, so make sure you guys subscribe. I just wanted to share this with you guys because it's just something that's been weighing really heavy on my heart. Stay strong and know that everything will be okay. And sometimes you have to just pray that God changes other people's hearts, and that's really all you can do. So just know that if you are strong and continue to have faith, everything will be okay. And I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel for more videos. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.